Hello everybody, this is Sonia and I'm here from Australia. Sort of a bit coolish last night, but not something that we were going to get excited about because now it's just really hot again. Okay, so I want to show you how I'm going to put the cover onto this journal. I'll show you the journal. I'll finish the journal, I think. I might just have to put a few tags and things in it. I think I finished it. So when I made this, I had I've actually sewn the signature up, right? And then because this was, now hang on a minute, I'm looking for words here. The journal got really thick, right, and therefore it pulled the pages back, if you understand what I mean. So therefore when I went to each page here, went back, because we didn't have a spine on it, just wrapped around. So I've got a video on how you do your spine, your signatures, so maybe I should have put a bigger spine on. This has got 44 pages in it. So I had to go and I stuck another piece of paper around the whole thing, like that come out further past the original cover, which was only paper anyway, because I'm going to be putting felt and fabric on it, and that's going to be thick enough and it'll be fine to use. So I've just put ordinary paper or copy paper on here, and I've just come across here a little bit further than it was. So if you understand what I'm trying to say, I've brought it out here a bit further because the front of the cover would have been back here, and that wouldn't be probably right, so it wouldn't be. So before I put the cover on, I'm going to have to put a piece of lace or something up here along here. Now I've taken, I got my husband to take a lot of this stuff out of this room so we could have a bit of room to move, because I had so much stuff in here. So I'm going to have to pick out something that I can put there that's going to look okay. Now before let's go back a bit. Let's rewind. I got this piece of lace. The other day, in my last video I tried to show you how to do this, where you pull the pieces and it comes unthreaded. And somebody said that she knew that worked like that because she'd done it before. But I'm going to have to show you that it actually does work, because I can't get over that it didn't work for me. Now I'm probably starting at the wrong end though. Get these pieces here, and this piece over here. It must be the other end it starts at. Now look at that. You watch this, and it all just comes unravelled. See? When I say unravelled, you haven't got a gather on it anymore. It's flat. This piece here's got a bit of a mark because it's really old, and it had a piece of sticky tape on that. And I'm thinking I might use this because it's a muted colour and or neutral, whatever, and therefore it will look okay if I stick to that. Now see, that just comes off real easy, except when you get to something that's stopping it. You just pull the thread and it just comes undone. Isn't that cool? Anyway, so I'm going to put this along here, but maybe it won't be wide enough. Yes, it is. So I can put it along here and just make that a part of this. Now I don't know what I'm going to use yet to put into the front of it. I'll make a pocket in the front maybe, or something that you can put up. We put something there, don't we? I'm going to cut that off. It's a little bit wrinkly, but it won't be when I finish drawing it down. With many layers of glue. I've been on here for a while because it's been hot. I've been, like I said, it took a little while to pack up a lot of this stuff too, and I'm going to get some shopping, and went to the sale up at the showground the other day, but I only bought a few books. And I've got a little telly for my husband, a little, because it wasn't expensive, so he can use it as a computer screen. Okay. Can you see what I'm doing? No, probably not. I want to try and get this stuck down without sticking myself to it. Make sure when you look at it the other side that this is all, you know, there's ways of fixing things. That's what I thought I was going to show you this, because I wanted to show you how I fixed it, because things do happen like that, you know. That's quite something that would happen, because the more stuff you put in there, the further round the spine your this will go, you know, so you need to have it. Now I don't think that's too far back, but where it was before was back here, and that was just not right. You see, it wasn't going off there properly, off the edge. So you're going to be stuck to this if it doesn't dry quickly. Alright, so this is the cover that I wanted to put on here. I was going to put this one on with the houses. I have a lot of other ones that I've done, that I've been doing, but this is the one that I wanted to put on this one in the first place. So we're going to put it on there, and hopefully it'll go with everything else. Right, so I'm going to put a felt, and I've cut the felt not yet to the size, because I wanted to wait until it was all done. You can, oh dear, excuse me, you can I can take it a little bit over, but I don't think I want to. I want to just bring it to the size, and then I'm going to cut it off later from the top and the bottom. Or, see how that's a little bit too wide? I might have to do that first, I think. Righto, so we're going to work out how wide we need it to be. And that's to there. Now let's get a pencil. Get a pencil and make a mark where I'm going to cut it off at. And over here I'm going to make another mark, because when I use the ruler I want to make sure that I've got it going straight across where that's supposed to be. Here it is, I actually found the ruler. Okay. You know what, I've seen this thing on the paper in the news this morning now. It said that we here in Australia have got alligators climbing up the trees, and snakes, well, you know, snaking around everywhere. And everybody in the world is aghast about it, but we are used to it. We're not. We do never see such a thing. We may see a snake rarely in the backyard. And there was also something else I seen. Someone did a line across there. I'm cutting this up here. Okay. Something else that I've seen on the news sometime about how if you come to Australia, you'll see kangaroos and koalas and things. Let me tell you, I have been here on this earth for 63 years, and I have never ever seen a koala in the wild. Never. Okay, I've seen one in the zoo, and I've never seen one outside popping along. Kangaroos, yes, we see one occasionally, because they come into town because there's no water or something, you know, so they've got to come in and get a drink. It's really weird, isn't it, how the media make things out, like make up stories like they do about the conditions in the world, because I'm here to tell you that this is not real. We do not have alligators climbing up. There was one picture they had of one alligator up a tree. That's not what it's like here at all. People think that everything here is really bad. Somebody said, you know, people say that coming over to Australia is really bad. Things bite you and eat you and all this sort of thing. If you go and torment the snake, they might come near you, but otherwise they don't. Same with anything else that's deadly here, and I think it's to be the same in anywhere in the world. You know, if you have things over there in your countries, I'm sure that have. I forgot to do the back bit. I've got to do this back piece here. Look. I'm sure everybody has different sort of animals that if you go and interrupt their environment, of course they're going to get after you a bit. Sharks, yeah. People get bit by a shark. or eaten by sharks. But you know what? They shouldn't be in the shark's bathtub as far as I'm concerned. If you're out there playing in their water, well, you know, that's your own fault. I know that's not very nice, but that's how I feel about it. It's where they are supposed to be. It is, isn't it? You know, it's where they are supposed to be. That's their world, their water, and that's where they're supposed to be. And people get so angry if a shark kills somebody, and I can't understand that because, I mean, it's a bad thing to have happen, but you know what? It's not the shark's fault. He lives there. That's where he comes from. I'm just making sure that's stuck down properly because it wasn't that bit. Okay, so now I've got to do the inside of the back of this one, which I'll be leaving covered with paper. I could use, so I've made it extra wider here too because of the, to fit round, okay. I've actually put more paper on. So now I'm going to put on, these actually considered to be junk journals, but they're not actually junk, well, sort of. You know, you can put it together whichever way you want to. There's no rules, you see. I do like things where there's no rules. And let me see, what have I got to put on that bit? Would I do the same thing, or would I do a different colour? Let me have a look. I might do a different, I might do the same. I've got it here. I've got it here, I might as well use it. Let's put down along here to cover that over, where that's joined together. And some people can make everything perfect by measuring. But otherwise, when you're using lots of different bits and pieces, I suppose your measurements do tend to go out a little bit of whack sometimes, so nobody panic about that, because you can fix it. You can make it look really nice. If you've ever pulled anything apart, the inside of everything is not exactly, you know. I can't even explain something like that. I don't know what I'm saying. Well, I do. The bases of things are not necessarily what you look at on the outside when they're finished, because they've got to get the base part ready to work first, and then you put little bits of cover up to make it look like it's supposed to. And that's the way it is with lots of things. I'll have to explain myself better than that one day, but I haven't got the idea in my head yet to it. I know what I'm talking about, I think. I think I do, yeah. But anyway, so there you go. That's made that bigger to come over there. Now the inside part here at the centre is sitting out a bit further, but that doesn't matter, you know, because I've got all these laces and things on, and you want to be able to see that. So now we want to work out how big this has got to be for this part here. We've got the felt out, and we need to cut this piece here. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to glue this here, so when I turn it round and over, I'll make sure I've got it all, and I haven't moved it, you know, because I don't want it to be going along gluing all right, and then all of a sudden I've got nothing, not enough on here, or I cut it and it's not enough on the front piece. Here, so we need to put it on, get it on there nicely. There we go. Now this is going to make a really good cover. I mean, it's going to be very sturdy and what have you. There's not going to be a flimsy thing. Okay, now I have edge frayed there, and that's what I want. I like that. I'm quite happy with that. And I'm going to pull this over here like that. I might not take it too tight though. I've got to be careful, don't I? So I'm going to put more. I'll put glue on paper, I think. Put the glue on the book. Right on the spine, up along the edges. Make sure you get your edges. Okay. Go like this. Okay. Okay. Now this is how I put my cover on if I actually didn't sew it, which I think I like to do it this way. I've sewn them before all together in one go, and I've ended up with the covers not being the right size. I don't know, because I put too much stuff in the inside, I suppose. Everybody does their thing in a different way, see? So that's going to be nice and snug and tidy in there, okay? Sorry about the band. I ripped all my fingernail off this morning. I don't know why I keep doing them things. I had them too long. I had to cut them back a bit. Okay, so that's going to be stuck down really good, I hope. And then I'm going to go along here and trim this and then re-stick that down. I've got to be careful that I don't cut me. I've got that stuck there. I've got to be careful now I don't cut me lace. So I don't know if you can actually see what I'm doing. I hope you can. I don't know if I've got that camera in the right place there. Okay. I know this is up close to me, but I need to be able to see what I'm doing. I don't know if I can get this bit. If you go like this too, this is considered chopping it, Sonia, isn't it? And you don't get a nice finished edge if you chop it. Look at that. You see where it's chopped? Okay, I'm going to have to bring it closer to me. I'm sorry if you can't see it, but I'm just going to trim it up here so it doesn't... right. There you go. So now that's covered with felt and many pieces of paper, and there's fabric, and these keep getting stuck because they're not drying properly, but I don't have the time to wait for that, and it shouldn't take long anyway for them to dry, so I'm not going to be too concerned about that for the time being. Right, now I want to put this on here, and I've decided that I'm not going to put the closure that I will put on here will be one that wraps around it, because look at that, that just ended up just right. That's because I did honestly measure it before, except the top and the bottom I might need to take a bit off on it then. So that's the little houses on the piece that I did, and so that's for the cover I want to put on here. My neck. Now this is, I've cut that, I've frayed it to the right bit, I think. See, look at that. So that's only one bit coming off there, but it seems so crooked, doesn't it? Look at that. It seems really out of whack, really out of... I'll give it a little bit of a stretch this way and see what happens. Okay, give it a bit of a stretch and just see if I can get it back into shape. Because I don't want it looking skew-whiff. That's not bad. No. Before I do this, I'm going to have to trim the top and the bottom to make sure that it's right. But see, stretching that like that, because of a lot of fabric does go out of, you know, because of the way that they're made or whatever. It's just it's look at that, it fixed it. Righto. Now see along here where I've got these. Which one am I going to cut? The squares. I might go along here and just trim off at the top of the purple part. At the top of the purple square, I need to take that off at the top of the purple bit. So hopefully I can get this right. Be careful. Try not to chop it. Even, nice bits. Can't see what I'm doing now, it's too far away from me. Hang on. I'll be going to get new glasses soon, so I hope that'll be good, won't it? It's amazing, isn't it, how they help so much to when we get new ones. They're really good. I don't know what sort to get either. I don't know whether I want these metal-y looking things or the ones that are plastic-y looking or whatever they are. I don't know. I'm getting square blind now. If you're looking at the squares. You going square blind? Okay. Just trim it, Sonia. Don't panic. I don't know if anybody else notices this either, but if you look at something for like that, or squares or stripes for a long time, after a while you can't put a set properly. Okay, don't take any more off that little racket. Is that right? Seems to have a little piece there that I've probably chopped instead of cutting. Okay, not bad. Now I need to do this bit here. This is what happens if you do choose to use a stripy or check piece of fabric. This will happen because it just does. It's just a bit harder to work with, because you've got to make sure your squares and that in line and everything. Now, the cotton fluid hit me in the mouth. Ah, that wasn't good. Right, now I've got to make sure that that's going to be lined up there. That's going to be lined up here. Sorry. And this piece here. Ah dear, you know what? I should just probably frill that. Fringe it. What do you reckon? Because if you're going to keep, you know, cutting it off, you can cut it off until there's not enough there. There's a little bit of a fringe on that part. And this bit here is just a tiny bit longer. So I'm going to just carefully just take that tiny bit of fringe off. Okay, Sonia, really? See, you're going to end up with nothing here in a minute. Look, what have I done? Oh dear. Hang on a second. We're going to have to take this bit off. After all, I've got all these bits of fans going, so everything's flying back at me. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. Right. So, more gluing. I'm just using this non-toxic craft glue. It's clear drying. And it's from Portercraft, and I don't know, in Australia you can buy it. Well, I think any sort of, there's lots of stores out there, I think, get it. We haven't only got one here that I buy it off of, because that's the only glue I can get that I'm sort of happy to use, sort of thing, you know. Am I doing the back or the front first? This is the front. Goodness me, right over. Make sure you've got your page, the thing up sort of the right way then, eh? You might not have come. You've got to make sure you get to the edge. Try not to go too close, because you don't want the glue all squirting out the edges, which is something that I do a little bit, because I don't. You've got to concentrate when you're doing these things. You can't be doing these things when there's something else going on around you. I used to be able to play music and do this once, but I can't anymore. Okay, so get that skew whiff look off it. Now it's going sideways again on me. Come on, do that. Oh, that was close. Look, I nearly took the roof around the corner, didn't I? Yeah. See, this piece of fabric is still going wonky, you know. So you got to make sure that that's going to go up there. And I've got extra, and I don't know how come I did that. Maybe I needed to bring this front bit over a bit further, but it's right where it is. It's good. It doesn't need to go over a bit further, because now I'm going to have to take some off of here, which wasn't the plan at all. And I have to do that before I stick it down, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to make it straight. I'm not going to be able to make this straight just by doing it after, so I don't think. Alright, so I've got to take that off there. I know, I'm going to cut this across here. And try and be very careful. If you use something, another thing that's not, if another piece of fabric that hasn't got your lines on it that I'm following, you'll need to draw a nice straight line so you can cut that off straight. Or if you don't like it to do it like that, you can just put something over the top of it like a piece of lace, and nobody's going to know whether it's straight or not, are they? Okay? That's what I'm sure people do. That's how we... Now this part here at the top is not right up there, but I'm going to manoeuvre it when I get the glue onto there. So we're going to put glue on this now. I go through a fair few bottles of this stuff, because I don't like using the glue gun. I spend all my time burning myself, so some people can work them really good. I can't. Tried a bit. It dries too fast for me. I need to be able to shift things about. Oh dear, look, they've gone over the edge there. I need to be able to shift things about, you know. Oh dear, some of this is in big lumps, isn't it? So we're just going to have to make sure that we put this on properly, okay? And get it going really nice and smooth. Look at that, isn't that cool? I do like that. Oh dear, but the bottom bit's not nice. Look at that. How did I manage to do that? Oh, I'm a star, aren't I? Okay, I've got all this extra on the bottom now. It's a piece of material, I'm telling you. It's a piece of material. I'm blaming the piece of material. Okay, it's not me. It's the piece of material. It's wonky. Look, it's going straight there. Pretty good there on there. Straight. And push it right over to the edge. You know what? It would probably look nice though with a bit of trim. You know, it would look nice to have a bit of trim on it because it's pretty ordinary, I guess. So now I've got all this bit down the bottom, and I don't know why I didn't realise that when I did the front. See, I've got I don't know if I like the way that curls up there. Look at that. I suppose you can't be helped though, these things. It's just... Oh dear. If it sticks down, it should be right. If you've got it stuck to the paper, it shouldn't do that, should it? The paper's the whole lot's doing it. Felt the paper the whole lot. It's just how the spine's going to go, because maybe I just made it too... Not too bad. That's not too bad. You would want to have a bit of give in it, otherwise it won't be any good. You won't be able to use it if you did it too tight. Now this part here along the bottom obviously is not cut, you know, level. Well, my book's all right out of whack. Something's gone haywire. So I'm going to cut it off anyway. I'm going to have no choice. I can't leave that laying sitting down there, can I? I hope I'm in the shot of this. Oh dear. I haven't made a video now for a few days, so I don't want to be having to keep working on it for hours. I'll come back and have to do this again. I've already done it once. And that's going to be crooked. Actually, it's not. Maybe I didn't cut that off straight. Is anybody yelling? Sonya, you doing it wrong. Right, okay. Well, there you go. That looks pretty good. That's still right, isn't it? Look, it's still got that bit going around there. Okay, very nice. Yes, it definitely does need something on there because it looks too plain and ordinary. Right, I'll have to do that. I'll have to fix that on there and put this here's a bit too high. I'll nip a bit of that off. So I'm happy with what it looks like. Righto. I wonder what I'll put down the edge. I think I might put I might leave the inside, this inside edge. Now we've got there's fabric, there's paper, there's felt, and there's more fabric. Very good solid cover on that. There is a very good solid cover on it. Okay. I'll make sure these end bits and that are stuck down properly. And I'm going to, I wanted to show you what it's like inside because I'm going to put it up in my Etsy. But I wanted to fix this piece first. I need to fix this piece first. This edge bit. I've got this, here's that other cotton lace I got the other day. Just give me a second and I'll find that. Let's see, there we go. It just disappeared like that. It was here a minute ago, had it? In the hand. Thought about using it. Must be here somewhere. It fell down. Well, this one might go on there nicely. That'd be a nice piece of trim for it, wouldn't it? That'll finish it off nicely. I wonder how much we can put it on the front too. It's only really thin, so it might look good. Yes, I'm going to put it down the front and down the back. Hope this doesn't fall out too fast, this glue. I really wanted to do it just nicely, so it'll go on here properly. Only a tiny little line of it. Come on. Line of it. I have a little bottle to do this with, but it's glue all stuck in it, and I have to do something about that. I don't dry it all out. I just want that to go there. Make sure it's on the paper, on the book I mean. Keep going over it tiny bit, Sonya. If I look on the inside, I'll be able to see where this comes to. This has got to come over a bit so that it's all lined up here. In the right place. Okay, I'll snip that off. Okay. That looks pretty good and straight, doesn't it? I wonder what it's going to look like if we put the whole thing all the way around. Don't know. Sort of worrying me that it's got that bit extra hanging over it. We'll put some across here. Oh dear, great one. Now I need to have something to put around this, and I think that'll be seam binding. So I'm going to put a piece of seam binding that off there along it, around it, or stick it to it. I'm going to stick it to it, but you can tie it up with that then, because I think that looks nice. I don't mind putting the what do you call those things? It's bullet's elastic is something that hooks around it. People put on them, they look good, but I'd rather not for this one. They look nice on the more vintage journals. What do they call them? Little things that look like little doorknobs. Okay. Or you can put a button on, whatever you want to use really, can go on it. Now what colour am I going to put on this? Blue? Or green? Or whatever. Maybe the cream one might be better, I don't know. I can put with this. That'll look nice, won't it? That'll look nice. Hang on, I'm changing my mind. Just let me change my mind here for a minute. I've got mauve. That's better. I want mauve now. Here. Just look, that looks better, doesn't it? Yes. Now, I need enough so it's going to tie up here. And then, because we want it to look nice tied together, don't we? Okay. So I'll just cut my ribbon on an angle like that, and hopefully it won't fray undone. Me seam binding, I mean. Well, you can use ribbon, I mean, whatever you want to do, put it on there, you can put it on there. So I'm just going to glue, now that I've fastened it up, because I know how long it will need to be. I'll just put my finger on there, and then put some glue underneath there, and sort of have that, hopefully, stuck to it. And if it doesn't, it's going to go through, the glue will go through this seam binding, I know it will. But you know what, then we can always, I can snip this off, then we can always add a little flower or something, couldn't we? You know, if we needed to put a little flower on there. That's a good, well, if you fasten it to it, it gives it doesn't get lost then, does it? It's not going to get lost, and you can just tie it up when you, whatever, when you used it or whatever. So Very good. Right, now if you give me 2 seconds, I'll just sit here a second. Get some of the glue off my hands. I'm going to show you what it looks like inside now. We'll do a bit of a flip through on it and see what you think about it. Okay, so there's my front applique houses. Right. Not very distinctive, but they are have houses on there, okay? And like I showed you, I've got covering of fabric, paper, felt and more fabric, so it's got a very good solid cover on it. Alright, now in the inside I need to put a piece there for a pocket, so I don't know if I've got anything for that. I've got some blue lace because I do want to put a, what's the name there, so I might put the blue lace there because I want to put a card in that, you know, to put your name in that on. So I'll definitely be putting something in the front of this before I take pictures of it, I think, because I've got to put it up on, maybe I could just leave it and somebody could put their own picture on there or something, I don't know, but anyway. So here's the first page here. So in that I've got this little, I've got the picture of the little girl out of the book. This is an envelope here, and then I made this little notepad, and I've stitched it with a very fine thread. It's been stitched, and that's the inside of it, and then that goes in the centre of there. I don't think I left the behind. Yes, I did. So there's also a behind part, which I'll probably need a tag or something to show you what there is behind them all. Okay, so just put this thing here with the ballerinas on it. That can go in, like something can go down in there and in where that is. Okay, so you've got them options for that one. Okay, so the next page is a piece of sari silk, and this piece of I sprayed this with some gold spray. Don't have it out here at the moment, but I don't want to make. I didn't want to put too much ink or stuff on it. I just wanted to keep with the plain because I really like this, and that goes down in there. Okay, so you can journal on that. Put something in the pocket if you like, and I put lace around there, and I put a little bit of washi tape. There's a bit of washi tape there, and there's plenty of journaling space. So this one here opens out like so, and that way. Okay, it has a little floor, and that is that I've stuck that down too much. So it's up to you, you know, whether you want to write on the whole lot. I don't want to pull it apart. I want to leave it like that. This is how it comes, okay? This is where it comes, so that's that bit. And over here we have another fairy picture, and this is just an old, like a thing that says it's a money order or some sort of thing, so that's just, I'll put that in there just for a bit of fun. And then I've got this piece that I put it, like this embellishment here. I might have to bring this camera in a bit further. There we go. I've got that embellishment there so you can see. I don't know what to do here. Take it back that way a bit. Wait a minute. Okay, I think you can see what I'm doing. I hope you can anyway. Bring it back over there. Okay. Righto. Now, so I did have another little bead, but it kept digging into the page, so I had to take that off. Now there's a piece of sari silk, it's all beaded, a little mushroom thing down there. This is out of a little book that I got with really nice pictures in, and there is one of the paperclip things I made. There's that thing there, it's out of the Graphic 45 Fairy magazine, and this one is a little UNICEF card that you can use to write on or send somewhere, and this is like the little book, and I've made this. Oh dear, I had a drink of water now and it's giving me a hard time. These here I got out of fairy books that I bought about 8 of them. They were little, with all the pictures of the little fairies in it, so I made a tag out of that one. Put Live a Beautiful Life on there, and I've just added a couple of little bits and pieces to make it look interesting. So this is a photo frame, a photo album thingy, and this bit is not stuck down. Look at this. Oh, that's interesting. Well, look at that, how it comes off. Isn't that brilliant? Well, obviously this doesn't stick to anything with this glue. I'll have to fix something there. Won't we have to put something else there, won't we? But I do have that lovely tag. Look at that. Well, that didn't work. I glued all around there and that just comes straight off. Of course, it's that plastic and you've got to have the right sort of sticky, don't you? Now what am I going to do? I'm going to have to put something on there. We'll have to hang on for a minute because I can't leave it like that. That's bad, isn't it? Just come undone so easy. It was just incredibly easy. How that come off there. I've got to find something big enough to cover that space where the glue is. Look at me showing you all the bad things that's going on. Look at that. If I put that there though, that will open and you can write on that and it covers up the bad bits. Alright. It covers up the ink. So this is just a card. But it's still going to be good to put in there to journal on, isn't it? Hey? It is. I do like showing you how things can go bad. And what I can do with it to fix it. And that was just lucky that was there, wasn't it? I do have things ready though to make my next journal, which I'm going to be doing a series on doing that. Hopefully I am. Now, I've got the pussycat thing and I definitely do still want that there. Pussycat card that I made. So, I wonder if I can get a little pin it on. What do you reckon? I'll give a little pin and pin it on. I know I had my, what's going to do a second ago. And pins. This button, is that one? This one's got pins in it. Very good. Then I'll use a gold one. Because I did have pin in this one. But I didn't like how it was working or not working for me. How I wanted it to or something, I don't know. I took it off anyway. I can put that in there. And how am I going to fasten that onto there? Hang on, nobody panic. We're going, oops, that's a bit of that bit. We don't want to take that apart. Have a piece of this. We have a piece of this. I'm going to thread this through here. Hang on. Put it through the hole. And fasten it up with a pin. What do you reckon? And then we can journal on the back. And that hole there, well, I don't know what we'd use that for. I haven't worked that out yet. And pick up 2 of these bits. Fasten onto the fluffy bit here up the top. Pin it through. It's going to go through there, come on. It did go through. Push it down. And I've still got that there, so we can either leave it inside the card or outside the card. It doesn't really matter, does it? So that was a thing that we had to fix, didn't we? So we've got 2 of these, but this one here is an envelope. And inside the envelope I've got a little book that I made using a little pad. Put some staples on it and then put the washi tape on it. And that is a thingy there for, what's that thingy there for, to put one of these in. Hang on a second, I'll get right to it. I'm going to put one of these in here. Hope it fits. I do hope it fits in. Okay. It does look, how's that look? Pretty cool, eh? And then that folds over. Very nice. Right, now I've got a page for journaling on. There's another space to put another one of these. I think I've left a few spaces so I can put other stuff in. Now, let's put those back over there. There's a pocket. There's a pocket. Where's that for now? I had to show you pockets. Right, Sonia, what did you do with that? Yeah, I'll put it back. So there's a pocket here, look. Now, I'll either, actually, it's a belly band. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to actually put anything in that or leave it. We'll see what happens when I get it done. Okay, so this is another tuck spot there. And this is one of those little things that opens up when you... It's a book. Well, that's what little thing it is. It's a book little thing. Okay. So that's really neat. Right. And then we have another page here, and I made this little decoration the other day, which I was quite pleased with. I wanted to put something there and I didn't know what to do, so I just used the bits and pieces and put it together and made that. I put a piece of rick-rack down there, this little piece of sort of washi tape stuff, and this one here opens up too, and that's got an actual piece of washi tape in there. It's like a washi thing, all sticky. And the fairy, this is a little card that I got, and I put renewed and creative. I think that's what it says. I'm upside down, but I think that's what it says. Yeah. Okay, so there's another page here. I'm going to stick this piece of washi tape down onto the lace because I noticed this yesterday. These washi tapes are really good, these wide ones that I've been getting, but if you do that, you probably sometimes need to do the ends, especially if you're sticking it over something else besides paper, because the ends will come up. See, it hasn't come up there at all, but this was on the lace. I've put around the edges some pink, where is that? Oh, in the drawer here. So that's right. I've got a drawer here with names on it. What is in it? I've actually put the stuff in the drawer. So I've got some distress ink that I used to go around there, and it is Victorian velvet because I wanted a pinky colour. Okay. And then I've got another piece out of my Graphic 45 fairy book. It is actually called Fairy Dust. Okay, I've got that for Christmas, and I'll be putting a bit more of that in my next journal too. I don't know yet. I'm just got to work out what I want to do. I think it's going to be mostly floral, could be floral, and just want to put this back here, right now. And that's a nice piece there if I print it off. Okay, so I used the paper for the edge. Some people do that before, and I think that's really cool, edge it with the paper. And over here I've got a piece of paper and washi tape on the outside and washi tape on the inside, and made a flip over thing like that. Oh, first of all I had this little paper clip 2 thing there. Right, so you could just open that up and write on there, and write down there and there. I think I've got a lot of journaling space. There's a fairy picture, birds, a bit of music on there, and there's a pocket. So I could be putting something in the pocket, I'd say. I don't think I'll leave the pockets empty. Okay, so there's another page, and I made this one here that opens up like so. Oh dear, now up there. Still adding glue to this, aren't we? There's a bit more glue in there. That's right. Now, this I made just by... Did I use an envelope? I don't know. I think I might have done. But then I've got fabric here and here, and I'll have the fabric under the bottom so we could open it up like it is. And then I just fussy cut this little flower and put it on there. And this is the centre of my signature. And this is where I wanted to put another one of these on there. I'm going to pick out one of these. It's going to look good in that. One maybe. I do like the one with... That one might be too pink, eh? What do you reckon? Some of the birds is nice. Some of the birds was nice. A nice one. Or that one there. I don't know. Got heaps of them. Ones with the butterflies on it. Oh yeah, there's just so many choices, isn't there? They're all pretty. What about that one? Yeah, that one's got a little bit of that colour. The beetle is a little bit of that colour, isn't he? That looks cool. Like that? Maybe. I don't know. What about that? I think I might use this one. Because these are what originally got me to buy these. There you go, that's nice, isn't it? So that's in there. This is a flipped thing. You can flip that up and flick it around or whatever. But you put something underneath you. I suppose you don't want people to see when they're writing, when you're writing on it. Now this is another one of my little outfit flippy out things that I like to do. And I've got it tied up here with a nice bit of gold ribbon. It's actually come on a cotton reel I've had since the year dot. But I have never used it. So this is like folds out. So there's a fair bit of journaling space there. You put a little flower on it. A little lady on me. With a little bit of, what's that stuff called? It's like bandage, but it's not. Oh dear, what is that called? I can't think of it now, and I can't tie that up either because my fingers, it's stuck to me. Now I put lace on a lot of the edges of these because I wanted to do that. Now here's another space, and there is something going to be put in here and in there, okay? I will be putting something in them. Maybe I think I'm going to be doing journaling. There'll be a little journaling book in there, and I don't know about this side. This is actually the front of a card here that I put on that, so I think it will look really cool. Now there's a page, I think there's only one, so don't get too excited. Now I made this little flower by pulling a flower apart, and I put some